Talk about a mature buck. Okay, I just got to the top of this first hill. I want to go up there, but now I'm positive I heard a bugle down there, so I gotta wait and see if I can find this herd before I hike up there. Okay, I got the bull spotted. He's actually bedded in the open, which is cool. But all the way down the bottom here. I'm gonna get the big lens out, see if I can figure out how big he is, and make a game plan on him. Alright, I got a bull spotted all the way across here. I think if I get above him, I'll have a good chance. Hear him? He's bugling right now. I just gotta get above him. I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna blow any others out first. I accidentally just called this younger bull in. I was trying to see if... I thought there's 2 bulls bugling, so I thought there might be 2 herd bulls, but I shouldn't have ripped the cow call, but I did. Now the satellite's coming towards me. So I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. He's just feeding him. He's not bad, but he's not a shooter. Okay, we went all the way up and around. It sucked. It's like 1,000 feet of elevation gain just to drop all the way back down. But we're above him now. It's evening, so the thermals are blowing up. I can get in pretty close with the trees, and I'm gonna start with cow calling, and then maybe move to a bugle. But I don't want to bugle because I'm a little scared that you'll take off. That's when you're supposed to dog the bull, kind of fall when they take off, and then you can get them to come in, but I don't have that much huntable land to chase him. He's only 2 ridges from private. So I'm gonna drop in, just try to cow call him in, get as close as possible. I'll get it all set up for you guys. Close to the property line, too. If I shot him, he'd have to run that way. These cows are feeding off. It's a big bull. See, if we had a little more land to work with, that probably could have been one of those dog the bull scenarios where the cows and the bull leave. And as soon as they dip over the edge, you run over to the edge and bugle at him. That bull's going to come up and try to fight because it's tired of you following him or whatever. But it's property boundary, so we won't be dogging the bull. That's as simple as that. Anyways, enough talking. Let's get out of here. I can hear some elk this morning, so I'm going after them right now. My dad and Andy are going to watch from that ridge back there just to try to keep the noise and scent down. So hopefully I can get on them. Just called in 5 bull elk. And not one of them is a shooter. The only shooter's up there. This is crazy. thought I ranged him, and I ranged the tree behind him. So I held for 60 and he was 40. I could shot him again if I had more arrows. Alright, I'm up here well before daylight. I'm gonna start walking now. Hopefully I can get to where those elk were wallowing and bedding before they do. Hopefully they're down feeding. That's the whole goal of me going right now. And then get one killed. So that's the plan. Put on my headlamp and I'm gonna get going. Alright, now I just gotta go through this first timber patch, but it's nasty, it's dark, and I hate it because this is like I'm in pretty thick grizz country, so I get my clock out and go slow, but just how it is. Alright, I walked all the way in here and I've only seen one bull and he's small, but I'm gonna call to him anyway, see if there's more in here. I haven't heard a bugle, anything, so I don't know what to tell you. It was crazy in here yesterday and I don't think we boogered him, so I don't know, I'm gonna try. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty pitiful. I was walking out of there. You know, all I'd seen all day and heard was that little satellite bull. And I was walking out and I get to the second ridge before the one I top out over. And a bugle, just because the reed is in my mouth. And I get a response in the same draw I'm in. And I look down and coming out of the timber to my left is a nice bull. And I knew my wind was bad. And there was much of a chance, but I sat down and waited thinking maybe if he came up the hill I could get around him and hopefully keep a good wind. But sure enough, he smelled me, ran to a small patch of timber. Then I thought for sure he's gonna run all the way through it, but he didn't. So I went all the way around, got within 40 yards of it, started calling. And I didn't think there's much of a chance he'd come. I didn't even think he was in the timber. So then I got up to leave, and sure enough, he jumps out of the timber. And I don't have a shot. And so I climb all the way up out of there, sit down, take a break, hear a bugle, turn around, and another bull is coming up right where I came from. And so I bugle at him, he bugles back, but then he goes and he smells where I've been sitting and takes off. So I was above him and he's heading towards me. So I started to go to cut him off and I bumped a herd out and they all took off. So that's how my morning went. So everything that went wrong. Guess I'll have to find somewhere else to go. Unfortunately, with my class load, that ended up being my last attempt at archery elk. But this tag does allow me to hunt both in September for archery and November with a rifle. So, subscribe or follow along because that episode is coming soon, along with some mule deer hunts, and you will not want to miss these.